Hello, and we are finally live, ready to get our game going here with the Penn Hills Imperium going against the Penn Hills Battalion. My name is Chris Van Aslen. Joining me is Daniel Wilson. How you doing, Daniel?
Doing great. It's been several months since we've last had a ball hockey game, and we are finally back with a brand new season. Over 200 teams participating this year, including one additional division. And we got a lot to talk about here, but let's pretty much set up how things are going here. This is a brand new show that we're bringing to you every Monday night, which will cover Tier 1. We'll be here in Pittsburgh for the next 3 weeks. We'll be going over to New Jersey. Then we'll be at Massachusetts, and then we'll be in Buffalo. All of them which will lead up to the Mighty Light Cup, which will be split up into 2 locations this year. Tier 1 will be taking place in Buffalo, New York at the end of the season.
Very nice, very nice. Looking forward to it. It's going to be definitely a great experience. For those of you that don't know, this is actually my first time doing this here. So bear with me with any mistakes and issues that come up on my end. That is why I have my esteemed colleague, Daniel, with me, the veteran for the NBHL. So, Daniel, real quick, why don't you go ahead and tell us about the teams for tonight, please?
Well, we are, of course, in Pittsburgh today. This is opening night for them. We've already had 2 teams participate yesterday, and they will be playing again tonight. Now, the Pittsburgh division has been the powerhouse of the league in Tier 1. The Penn Hills Imperium have been champion in this division 3 times. They've reached the Mighty Light Cup final 3 times. They've won 2 of them, but they lost their crown to the Leominster Stars last season. They're looking to get it back. They want to get that crown back. But first things first, they got to take care of their own division first. And they'll have to do that against the Penn Hills Battalion. Now, this is going to be very interesting with this game because with the crunch of the salary cap, they've had to make some difficult decisions. They've had to let go of some players, and some of them have ended up with the Battalion. And one of those, of course, I have to mention is Vinny Tuminello, who's been one of their veteran players, has been playing a long time with them, but is they had to make a difficult choice between Danny Cunningham, Brendan Persichetti, Mark Bergamasco, some of the big names they've had on their roster. They've kept Cunningham, but they've lost Persichetti. They've lost Bergamasco to the Battalion. So I got a feeling that this is going to be a much more even division than we've seen in years past, which will make things really interesting.
Very nice, very nice. And can you tell us anything about some of the players on the Imperium?
For the Imperium, well, of course, we got Danny Cunningham, who has been one of the most well-known players. He created some of the most clutch moments from last season. He scored a goal with 0.4 seconds on the clock in the divisional final against the Steel City Showstoppers. He scored a highlight reel goal in the Mighty Light Cup final, and so watch for him to keep that going. He's going to end up being the captain with the departure of their previous captain. So this is where we're going to have to see his leadership skills step up. They're going to have Bryce Scanlon in the net, who's been very skilled, but he's often not tested all that much because of how good their runners are. So I want to see that pressure early on for the Battalion.
Awesome. Cool. Well, that sounds all well and good. I think right now we're gonna go into some highlight packages. Let's take a look here.
Interesting situation. What did the Imperium do here with only 2 seconds left? Now, they're not the kind of team that would pull their goalie at this kind of situation, but you can bet that they're going to load up.
Danny Cunningham has won the game for the Penn Hills Imperium!
And after this, we're going to run into some highlights for Danny Cunningham.
I'm at a loss of words. Yeah, what you're seeing here.
The jinx is, look at that
Danny
time!
Cunningham, who's 4
Second!
seconds on the clock.
And they did it! The Penn Hills Imperium have won the Pittsburgh Tier 1 Championship! They are going back to the MyLac Cup playoffs!
All right, so that was a look at the Game 3 from the MyLac Cup last season. Coming up next, we're going to have some highlights from Danny Cunningham from the Penn Hills Imperium. Let's take a look.
You can see the highlights of Danny Cunningham. We had just saw from the divisional final last year, who scored with 0.4 seconds on the clock. Yeah, you see how opportunistic he is. He goes with the reversal on this play. He just is looking for an opportunity. It's those opportunistic plays. And then just when he is just about to let go of the play, there he is. He just finds a way to sneak behind the defense. So he's very sneaky like that. Like I said, the key word is opportunistic. And even so, when you look at his offensive skills, with like that shot from down on his knees, he's going to be a very difficult player to cover. Now, on the opposite side, Villia Tuminello, who has been the players have been lost by the Imperium. So what he brings to the battalion goes with him being at the right place at the right time. You see a great pass to the slot. You need to keep him out of that area. It's a very high scoring area, very dangerous play, and he'll just keep going on that play. You see, on the original play here, he is also a playmaker, but he will crash net whenever possible. And if you look back here, he also goes for the blue line, so watch for him to make those passing plays. The key for the Imperium, and they should know this, that they got to keep those passing lanes in check. And if that's not enough, stick handling. This penalty shot here, just quick hands is all he needs right here. So the battalion have some big guns on their side.
Very nice. Now let's take a listen for a quick word from our sponsors.
I'm Garage Beer, and this is Bobby Carpenter.
Garage beer. Beer flavored beer.
Beef with an F? Okay, my bad. It's crisp and cool, and it doesn't taste like ass. I'm Bobby Carpenter. I drink in garages, because my wife says I don't belong inside. If you like a cold breeze on your bag, drink Garage Beer. It's American, and so can you. Garage Beer. Beer flavored beer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are joining the action now between the Penn Hills Imperium and the Penn Hills Battalion. Started a little bit early. We haven't missed much, so don't worry. But as you can see, we're going to do another face-off. We got the Battalion in white, the Imperium in black, as the Imperium win it back. And the Battalion going to bring it in, glove it down into the corner. And the Imperium take it right back, walk it in. Shot on net did not make it to it. And then Battalion clear it back out, stopped up by the Imperium and played up the boards. Tried to send it down low, but the Battalion said no. They bring it in behind the net. Try to pass it up to the point, but the Imperium was there, take it away. As it gets dumped down the goal line. And the Battalion retain possession. Up at the top, that's Ryan Manis. And his shot or pass interrupted and cleared out of the zone by the Imperium. And the Imperium now with it. Bring it in, gain the zone. Centering pass, stick lifted. And shot on net. Looks like we got a save.
More than a save, it could just crash the entire net off the moorings. See,
there you go. Nice.
Yeah, Kevin Paris in the net for the Battalion up against Bryce Scanlon. As I said, very skilled goalie. But the Battalion's got some early chances. Already a good start for them against what has been historically a very tough team.
Very nice. And now we are underway again with the Battalion. Coming in. Centering pass. Did not find its mark. But a bit of a battle keeps it going. As the Imperium have it now along the boards. Send it over to his defensive partner. We'll take a little time, lob it all the way ahead. And that goes down into the corner. Imperium doing well to protect it. Behind the net, centering. Does not get through, and the Battalion will whip it up and clear it out. That'll come all the way down. No icing. But as you can see, the goalie got the glove and got it covered.
Yeah, Scanlon wasn't going to take any chances. I'm keeping my eye on Christian Karbler of the Battalion. He's been sitting near that net for quite some time. So keep an eye out for him. He's a dark horse candidate because they're going to be focusing on those former Imperium.
Christian Karbler. All right. As the Battalion with it now. Shot from the neutral zone. Does not get through, down in the corner. Comes out, ball goes through everybody. The Imperium will pick it up, but stood up by Mason DeFazio. Keeps it in for the Battalion. Just like that, the Imperium take it back. Get it in, all the back checking. Finally strips it. Only for a minute, he gets it back. Keeps it in the zone. They'll be battling over it behind the net. That's the Battalion, excuse me. And then it's cleared out. And we got a whistle. I'm not sure if that was out of play or offsides.
Yeah, it looks like the face-off's going to go deep into the Imperium zone. So far, not much of any quality shots on either side, but that's what you would have to expect from one of the best in the league.
Yeah, we're good. Make sure audio.
All right, and with that said, we bring it down. We got just about 6.5 minutes left in our first period. As right on the doorstep are the Battalion looking to stuff it. But Scanlon does not allow them to do it.
Well, it's clear that the Battalion are trying to keep him on his toes. They're crowding the net. With someone like Scanlon, you got to hope for some lucky rebounds. Now, Brandon Jones had some very skilled shots in the final last year, but Scanlon has been proven to be a tough goaltender to beat.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing more of him. That is for sure. As the Battalion now have it behind the net, they'll come out cautiously, slowly, looking for the pass. Walk it up along the boards. Protect it. And they'll go down this way. Where the Imperium will end up with it on the corner off the boards. Trying to get it out of their zone. They eventually do. And they'll send it up along the boards. Comes down. That was off the stick of Colin Downing. And now the Battalion with it again. We'll chip it ahead. All the way down. Around the net. Along the boards. And a shot taken. That was Ryan Manis. Did not get through. And the Battalion glove it down. Shot interrupted. And the Imperium clear it out. And it'll come down, and we got a shot. Looks like a goal from the point. Let's see what we got here on the replay.
Came all the way from the blue line.
No, might not be having a replay. Oh, here we go.
It came all the way from the blue line. It looks like it's Lidsinger. But it's just a simple wrist shot. That was all that was needed.
Very nice. And my apologies. I said Ryan Manus earlier. It's Ryan Maines. My apologies, folks. My apologies, Ryan. As we're back underway, another shot taken from the Imperium. Does not find the back of the net, but they are laying it on. And that'll go up and out of play. And we'll do another face-off here. Your score is now Imperium 1, Battalion 0.
The Battalion have had some offensive chances, but it's been about pressure. I had mentioned before the game that Scanlon does not usually get tested all that much, so they need to keep that pressure up.
I'm sure that is exactly their game plan there. As the Battalion come up with the face-off, they'll run it in. They got a 2-on-1 shot taken, and Scanlon just holds his ground and gets the save.
And what was I just saying? They need to keep Scanlon on his toes, and that one rush is going to swing momentum toward the Battalion way, but they need to keep it at that level.
See, and that was by Vinny Tuminello.
43.
Same man we were talking about not allowing to get chances because he's dangerous. It looks like we got a penalty on the play. And that is going to be against Brandon. Messed up that name. Brandon Persichetti for a hook, I do believe. So that's going to put the Imperium on the power play. I'm sorry, go ahead, Daniel.
And that was not what the Battalion needed, because you got snipers all over the place. They need to stay in their positions and just play zone coverage.
That is true. That's very true. As the Battalion cleared it out, Imperium will take their time, walking it forward, and slap shot from the red line. And that just hits Paris. And he'll hold it, get a stoppage. We'll do another face-off.
The goal was credited to Owen Mills, so he'll get our first goal of the season for the Imperium, and Cam Smith gets the assist.
Cam Smith with the assist, and Owen Mills with the goal. All right, and here comes the Battalion now. Nick cleared it out. Imperium with it. Gain the zone, walking forwards, find some space, backhand attempt. And that goes wide of the net. It'll come around. Protect it in the corner. Sharp angle shot pass possibly. And that is cleared all the way out by the Battalion. Imperium will go back and collect it. All right, then we'll set up. And clear it back down. Just over 2 minutes left in our first period. As they gain it, lob it up. And I do believe the goalie caught that.
Christian, you good?
I could be wrong.
Yeah, he did catch it. It went over the net, and there's always the risk of the ball bouncing off the cage and off his back and in. So he made the right decision on settling it down. Not that much time left on the power play, so they just need to win one more draw to get back even.
All right, the Battalion now send it all the way back down. Battle for it.
3, 2, 1. You're good. Even.
And we are back to full strength for the Battalion. And the Imperium failing to convert on the power play. A lot of good defenses from the Battalion. As they now bring it in and start turning on some offense. Gained the zone, 3-on-2. We had shot on net. Bounces up, batted down. They'll pick it up.
Nice move, Danny.
As we lose sight of the ball, it comes down.
Still good, still good.
We'll take a look at the net here. And comes across the boards. Got a little bit of a battle. And Imperium comes up with it.
1 minute.
If only for a minute. 1 minute left in the period, if you guys heard. And the Battalion electing for patience. They can get set up. Battalion still looking to get on the board. They might be wanting to take a little bit of time to regroup here before one final offense, preventing the Imperium from coming back and scoring one right before the period ends. We'll see what happens. They battle for it. Battalion now brings it in.
Easy.
25 seconds left in the period. As the ball is bouncing off all the sticks up in the air. Battalion glove it down. Try to send it in. Imperium takes it away. They'll chip it up. Gain the zone. Stripped by the Battalion. Bring it down. And shot on net. And that'll be the end of our first period. We'll take a little bit of a break, and then the second period's coming right at you.
When I went to the bathroom, I looked in the mirror and my face was red, and I was like,
I'm Garage Beer, and this is Bobby Carpenter.
Garage beer. Beer flavored beer.
Beef with an F? Okay, my bad. It's crisp and cool, and it doesn't taste like ass. I'm Bobby Carpenter. I drink in garages, because my wife says I don't belong inside. If you like a cold breeze on your bag, drink Garage Beer. It's American, and so can you. Garage Beer. Beer flavored beer.
What did the Imperium do here with only 2 seconds?
That was a look at our sponsors there. Garage Beer making me thirsty. Daniel, tell me what you thought about that first period there. What'd you see? What'd you like? What'd you not?
Well, the Battalion have had a pretty good start to their game, but they need to up the pressure more. They have gotten the shots up to Scanlon, but they need to keep that pressure in the slot area. On top of that, they've done well on helping defend the net for Kevin Paris, but that one goal was just off a simple shot off of Owen Mills. Now, of course, I can't fault him for that. That they have very accurate shots. So, as far as defense, just some minor adjustments. Just remember to play simple, play man to man, and Battalion are definitely still in this game. They've added experience to their roster. So, yeah, don't count them out.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. We got our second period starting here just momentarily. What do you think we're going to see in that? You think we're going to see more of the same from Scanlon?
Well, Scanlon, I believe will he will no doubt keep his A game going. But he already has faced more of a workload than he usually does, and that's what I want to see. I want to see him prove that he is at the top of his game as they're trying to shake off the rust of the offseason. Now, the Battalion, I would be expecting them to get more aggressive on the ball, and of course this is where the leadership comes in. With the Imperium having a new captain of the team, They got to step it up.
That is correct. As we are back on for our second period, and just about immediately after the face-off, we got a stoppage. We'll do the face-off again.
Yeah, false start.
All right. So for the Imperium, we had Danny Cunningham in for the face-off. And it looks like we will do another false start. Or was that an icing?
Yeah,
that might have been an icing.
That was an icing. Shot it immediately from behind the red line, so it's going to come all the way back. Not exactly helping the Battalion here, as that was shot down by Anquan Smith, former most valuable defenseman for the Pittsburgh division.
All right, very cool. As the Battalion now rush to get it behind the goal line. They'll walk it around the net. A little bit of a battle. Sent up to the point, makes some moves, walks it in. Going around the net, lost it behind the net, unfortunately. He might have been looking for a wraparound, tries it. And that eventually squirts out, but it's kept in. Good effort by the Battalion there, as it is eventually taken out, but they still retain possession. So they'll send it up. And all the way down, Nicholas Blana battling for it. It gets chipped back up, and we got a walking forward shot taken by Nick Mattis, and that's going to get the Battalion on the board. We got a tie game, folks, 1-1 now.
Nick Mattis, one of the younger guys on the team. He is staying in a high slot as Bergamasco was going back and forth behind that. A little rusty there, but it goes all the way back to the high circle, undefended, and has plenty of room to take that shot, and we're back to a tie game.
All right, good-looking shot. Good-looking effort from the Battalion. Like you stated, they were definitely going to put on the pressure. They did. Now they're going to see if they can keep it going. Of course, the Imperium want to shut that down as soon as possible. We'll see what they do. So we have conversation happening here. The referee making sure something's squared away. Maybe.
Yeah, not exactly sure what this would be about. He's now going to the Battalion bench.
Yep, don't know. But, you know, sometimes you just got to talk to somebody. All right, so apparently it was a little bit of a problem with the scoreboard, which tends to happen. Well, I don't say tends to happen, can happen from time to time. But they got it going again. As a Battalion now. Do a little bit of back and forth behind the net. Looking to get set up. They eventually do. Pass interrupted. And the Imperium tried to capitalize on that, but the Battalion bring it right back. And here comes that offense we're talking about. Shot taken. Centering pass. And that is batted out of the zone. And that'll come all the way down for the Imperium as they bring it. Protected along the boards. Got it down in the corner. They'll walk it along the boards. Send it around. Backhand attempt twice from the Imperium. Does not get through. And into center ahead. Battalion now with it. They'll gain the zone. Walk it forward. Center does not succeed. Batted right back out. Back and forth we go, folks. As the Imperium send it down in. That's Owen Mills. Already got one in this game. He'll go get a change. As a Battalion come back with it. And shot. Rebound. Imperium's going to collect. They have it behind the net. Play a little bit of back and forth with it. That's Tommy Sposito. Lobs it all the way out. Comes to center. And then that'll be chipped in by Jake Hollick. And walking it forward. Backhand attempt on net. But not in net. So that'll come out. Battalion with it. Into its own. Walks it in. Gets all the way into the slot. Stick lifted. It rolls to the corner. They'll battle. 2-on-1 here. Imperium will come up with it. They'll take it. They'll walk it out. Send it down low. That's Danny Cunningham. Watch out, folks. Now the Battalion with it. Yet again. Sent up. Imperium. Collect. Keep it in. Send it down. Battalion. Takes it right back. Sends it up. All the way up it goes. Walking in, making some moves. It does not get through Scanlon. It's eventually chipped over. And now the Imperium will take it. Ooh, tried to take it. Did not work. Scanlon, though, he comes out, gets the glove down, gets a stoppage finally. Players need a break.
Yeah, that was a frantic sequence there, but what stood out to me was a 3-on-1 for the Battalion. They got into close range, but never fired the shot off. It's one of those opportunities that you just got to make a decision. You either got to take a shot at the net or you got to play it off to one of your teammates. But it shows that they definitely have the capability of getting to Scanlon.
Yep, definitely no room for hesitation, especially not when you're playing against someone like Scanlon, for sure. So let's see if they can improve on that as we are back underway. And now the Imperium are going to collect it from behind their net, protect it, tries to rim it hard around the boards. That ended up bouncing right out in front of the net. Very dangerous for the Imperium there. But the Battalion will take possession right back, has it along the boards, whips one at the net. I believe that went a little bit wide. And now behind the net, trying for a wraparound, does not beat Scanlon. And the Imperium take it away. And they will chip it out finally. Bring it in right on net. Walk in patience. And it falls down. I do believe we had a save. Look like.
That was kind of
Let's
that
take
was
another
kind
look
of
at the replay.
difficult to tell as Kevin Paris dived out of the net. So here's the breakout, gets ahead and just ran into one defender, just simply ran out of room, but nonetheless gets a shot on net. Probably had the option of going to the near side, but he believes he has more room trying to barrel through the defense. But in any case, great stop by Paris.
Yeah, definitely a great stop by Paris. He was able to read that quite well. As the Imperium will try again. Whipping one on net as we have 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in our second period. And your score is 1-1. As the Imperium now bring it in, try to chip it down low, did not get a whole lot on it. So the Battalion just take it and come right back with it. Battle in the corner. And we are now halfway through our second period. As the clearing attempt from the Imperium, I do believe, went into the bench. So we'll get another face-off.
Now, I want to take a look down the lineup there. I have been seeing Bergamasco into play a lot, but let's see how the youngins put the pressure on.
Definitely got to watch out for the youngins, man. They'll bring it when you least expect it. So the Imperium lob it right back out. And comes down for the Battalion. We do have a scoring update. Our scoreboard is incorrect on our screen here. The score is actually 2-1 with the Battalion leading. So I'm being told. We'll get that sorted out here in a minute. Sorry for the confusion on that one, folks. As the Battalion come up with it now. Taken away by the Imperium. Rolls one on net. Oh, wide open. Shot attempt, diving play by Paris. I'm not sure if he got it or if the shot went a little bit wide or high. But good look attempt for the Imperium. It's going to come down. Battalion with it. Send over to the point. Find a little bit of space. Sends it down. Picked up along the boards. Slap attempt. Deflected into the corner. Battalion still with it. Tries to center. Nobody there. And the Imperium will just lob it up and out of play. Let's take a look at this replay here on that shot.
So if you look in the high slot area, you got one Imperium, and here's the die. Oh, yes, he did get that stop. He's going to get our first Yankee Doodle Dandy save of the season.
Awesome. Yeah, it looked like he had his stick out there, and stick got a piece of it to me, which is incredible because he lost it at the same time.
That original shot was from Jake Hollick. Yeah, he wasted no time, but it was just a fantastic save.
All right. Oh, and walking right forward on the doorstep. There's a Battalion, and then that is cleared all the way down.
So I can
Battalion get to it. No icing on that one. And and batted out of the air. The Imperium come back, tying up the game one more time. Let's take a look at who that was.
Just a juicy rebound. I mean, Paris did a great job on the original shot, but so you got two Imperium on the blue line. He protects the ball, sees the option, and then a great bat in from the weak side.
Very awesome. Great play. Just like that, we got a new ball game, folks. We are wrapping up our second period here in just a few minutes. Not many more. There's a Battalion now. Bring it in. Get it to Scanlon. He'll cover. And we'll get another stoppage.
The Imperium, despite losing some key players in the offseason, are still flowing with skill. Yeah, you got the start of the play, protecting the ball, going to the right circle, sees the drop pass in the high side, which was already a good enough shot, but just being at the right place at the right time. Imperium just know where to be.
Yes, sir. That's what the game is all about. You don't know where to be, you're probably not going to make much happen. So being at the right place at the right time is probably one of the most important things in the game of hockey. Second only to not letting the ball in the net. As the Battalion are trying to do just that. And I'll bring it down below the line. And we have all the battles going in the corner. Imperium with it. Taken away by the Battalion. They'll have it along the boards. Protect it in the corner. Off the boards. Ball off the wall to himself. Comes out, tries a shot. Imperium say no. They take it away. They'll lob it out. Slap shot from the red line. Blocked. And just like that, Battalion got it. Bring it back in. Wrist one on net. That goes up into the fencing. Off of Scanlon.
Still working in here. Hold on.
And down.
139.
Below the net, Battalion will take it away. Turn around. Wrist one goes wide of the net. Up the boards.
In a sec, guys. Don't worry. 130 now.
They will battle for it. I do believe Imperium took it away. Comes up with it. Walks it in. Pass intercepted by Lewis O'Connor. Or Lewis O'Connor. If I said that incorrectly, I apologize. Don't worry. They'll correct me. We'll figure it out. Glove down from the Battalion behind the net. Imperium say no.
You're good,
right out front.
You're good.
Battalion with a shot. I do believe that was Maines. And we have 1 minute left in our second period. As you can see, we're still having scoreboard problems. And just like that, Imperium bring it back in. I do believe that was Danny Cunningham right off the blue line. Takes a shot. Nope. What'd you see, Daniel?
Yep, they called Cunningham's number. The question is, was there a tip on the way? So he goes back to the blue line. There was some traffic there, but upon its glance, it looks like it went through clean.
Clean, all right. So that's going to bring the Imperium back in the lead. 3-2 is your score. Just under a minute left in our second period. Battalion coming back strong, though. They'll collect it in the corner. Wrist shot taken from the side of the circle. And that'll be cleared out as it did not get through. Imperium chipped it down. The battle for it, trying to regain possession. 35 seconds left. Battalion comes up with it, sends it up the boards, goes through everyone, comes all the way back down into the Imperium zone. And a shot taken by the Imperium, and that's another goal. I do believe that was Brendan Krause.
31 at 31. Got
We're
you,
not-
sir. Thank you.
They're crediting it to Colin Downing. So that 3 goals in a span of about 3 minutes.
Pretty good average, if you ask me. As Battalion are trying to get another one. And the Imperium saying no. Don't lob it down. And I do believe that is the end of our second period. 4-2. Imperium coming back strong. That is not the end. We got a couple seconds left.
That was playing with a high stick.
Ooh.
All right, and wrist shot taken. Tommy Sposito. That does not find its way through. Good stop by Kevin Paris. Thank you for the clarification, Daniel, on that, by the way. And shot taken from the point. And Battalion bring it back in, and I do believe that will now be the end of our second period. Got a little excited, a little early, folks. So we're going to take another quick word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back with you as soon as that wraps up.
I'm Garage Beer, and this is Bobby Carpenter.
Garage beer. Beer flavored beer.
Beef with an F? Okay, my bad. It's crisp and cool, and it doesn't taste like ass. I'm Bobby Carpenter. I drink in garages, because my wife says I don't belong inside. If you like a cold breeze on your bag, drink Garage Beer. It's American, and so can you. Garage Beer. Beer flavored beer.
All right, our second period is over. Our third period is about to begin shortly. But real quick, Daniel, tell me, what did you see during that second period that you liked? What do you want to see more of here?
So there was a sudden burst of offense from the Imperium, 3 goals in a matter of 3 minutes. And to recap, Jake Hollick got the first of that. Danny Cunningham got the second, and the latest goal came from Brendan Krause, all done with their first goals of the season. Krause also gets an assist out of it. Cunningham gets an assist, and Shane Ferris gets an assist, and Colin Downing gets 2 assists out of all of that offense. So it's very clear for the Battalion. They got to lock it down and just reset, forget about that period. Just keep doing what you're doing, because they have been doing a good job, but the Imperium have been known to put in clutch plays when it matters.
Definitely. Well, it definitely makes for an exciting hockey game, that's for sure. Battalion putting on a big effort, man. I'm not seeing anything really standing out to me being a mistake. I mean, a couple things here and there that are bound to happen in hockey, but they're playing very well, both defensively and offensively. Imperium are just getting the right bounces, things going their way, looking good, capitalizing when they need to. And of course, you got Bryce Scanlon that you were talking so generously about during our pre-show. And I got to say, I'm a believer. I'm a believer. Everything you said, I'm seeing it here firsthand. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
That what makes the Imperium a dangerous team. Of course, this is only game number 1 of a pretty long season ahead of us. So, yeah, I still need to see quite a bit more before I can conclusively say that the Imperium are still at the top of their game. Because, like I said, they've lost a lot of their key players, and whether that's going to have a big impact is something that's going to have to be determined over time.
Definitely. Well, yes. As you said, the season is young, very, as we just started the season this weekend. But anything can happen in the game of hockey, folks. Just because you're great one season doesn't mean you're necessarily going to fare just as well the next. But statistically, we can all hope, can't we? As our third period is now underway, the Battalion will win it back. And that was Vinny Tuminello. And they will come up. Oh, lost the handle. And just like that, the Imperium take it, but a pass interrupted. Comes back, and that'll be dumped in by Mark Bergamasco. And he sends it up. Imperium battling to take it away. Battalion keeping it strong, though. Turns shot taken, does not get through. They'll come behind the net, taken away by the Imperium. They'll grab it, chip it up the boards. Try to chip it up the boards. Battalion don't let them. Eventually, it squirts through and comes all the way down. And that is going to be Bergamasco, I believe. That's the number I saw. Tried to clear it. Imperium blocked it. Walk it in. Pass across on the dot. And batted off his stick by the Battalion. Coming out, Bergamasco with it. And sends it ahead. The Battalion will now take it. Bring it out of the zone. Sends it across. And battling along the boards for it. And he's just stripped. And then batted off the stick. All alone in front. Shot attempt taken. And he just falls on top of the goalie. And we'll see what that constitutes here. Clearly an accident from our point of view. But what did you see, Daniel?
Well, it looks like Scanlon's okay. And I did not see the ref raise his arm. The question is, was there goalie interference? And it's kind of hard to tell because he's trying to make the play. He was trying to extend the stick around Scanlon to score the goal that way. Whether he lost his balance, it was kind of hard to tell, but it does not look like anything will come out of this.
Yeah, it definitely looked accidental from my point of view, from what I saw, which tends to happen. You know, crash in the net, you're bound to, fall on a goalie once or twice. As it's gloved down now from the Battalion, shot taken, and that's going to beat Scanlon. Who was that? I do believe that was Smith.
Anquan Smith, who still has it in him. He has been what we call an offensive defenseman. Gloves it down, takes himself to the high slot, and just beats the corner off of Scanlon. He knows Scanlon all too well to know his weak points, and that is a big benefit to the Battalion. Anquan Smith showing why he was the most valuable defenseman.
And that'll bring the Battalion back within one. Score is now 3-4 as the Imperium send it down low. It'll get picked back up by the Battalion. They'll grab it. They'll walk it. They'll chip it. They'll chase it. And they'll get it for a split second as the Imperium will now clear it all the way out. Shot taken from the blue line, goes wide of the net, gets his own rebound off the boards, has it in the corner, walks behind the net. Looks like he tried to center, eventually does. Comes down as the Imperium gain the handle, walk it forward, chip it. Does not get through anybody, goes down. They'll have it in the corner now for the Imperium. And does well to protect it, 2 against 1 on that. And he'll walk it around, has it in the corner. He's still protecting. As that comes up, still protecting. Looking for a pass. Got no help. Battalion will eventually strip it away, and they'll bring it out to the opposite end. And the Imperium took it back for just a moment. Now walking towards the net. Shot taken was Lewis O'Connor. And Scanlon will just gobble that one up.
Yeah, that was quite an unusual amount of time possessed by Danny Cunningham. I know that he's a very opportunistic type of player, but you don't usually often see players hold on to the ball for 30 seconds or longer. but in any case, he did protect the ball for that long. It shows how well he can hang on.
Yeah, quite true. That was roughly half a shift, averagely. Which is impressive, to say the least, though. As the Imperium come back up with it. Walking along the boards. As you can see, he's got 2 defenders on him at any given time, just about, whenever he's got possession. Just like that. And it's sent down low. Imperium still with it. Protecting along the boards. And sent up to the circle. Back around the net, they cycle. Protects in the corner. Sends it around. Imperium just basically playing keep away as they get a centering shot. And that's another goal for the Imperium. Who was it? I couldn't read the number. Did you catch it, Daniel?
Let's see. Well, let's first start off with this. Goes into the corner. Someone escaped into the slot, and I believe that was Cam Smith. And if so, I believe that's his second, if I'm correct.
I think you're right on that. But we'll get clarification for sure. Anything we get incorrect, we'll make it right, folks. The score sheets never lie. We might sometimes. As we got another shot taken from the Imperium. That went high of the net. It's going to bounce up along the boards. Battalion coming in, take it away only for a moment, and then stood up. The Imperium to take it right back. Battalion have it now. They'll wrist it up. And does not get it to its intended target. We got a shot taken from Brendan Krause. That went wide, but he'll get it behind the net. Makes a move. Still loses the handle, though. Battalion will take it back, come up with it. And just like that, the Imperium take it back again. Shot taken, rebound. And we got another goal from the Imperium. Who was standing there waiting for it?
It was a great rebound and right to the stick. So look to the right side of the net. And so Danny Cunningham, no, there was,
Jake Hollick.
That was actually Trevor Newman.
Got you.
Trevor Newman. Oh, it looked like a 16 to me. My apologies. See what happened, folks? Numbers start looking all alike. Apologize for that. If that was indeed Trevor Newman. That's another one for the Imperium and the Battalion now. Bringing it back. And they'll throw one off the side of the net. The score is 6-3. We got an arm raised. That's going to be an icing. We got just 18 seconds over our halfway mark for the third period. What do you think, Daniel? Do the Battalion have a chance here?
It's still within reach, but they're going to have to go all out here with being down by 3 goals. The clock winds down quicker than you think.
That is quite true. What I always say is anything's possible. Question is whether it's probable or not. As the ball goes up and out of play off a deflection.
And I need to correct myself. So the 5th goal by the Imperium was by Cam Smith, his first. And the latest goal was by Brendan Krause, which would be his second of the game.
All right. See, like I said, folks, we clear that up. We might not always get it right. Someone does. And we'll let you know when it happens. As we have quite the battle happening now between 3 Battalion and 3 Imperium along the boards. The ref finally blows it dead. And we'll just do a face-off. No penalties handed. Does not look like.
Yeah, it was apparent that no one was going to win that battle. So only one way to sell that. That's a face-off.
Yes, sir. As Tuminello now had it for just a moment. He's stripped of it by the Imperium. And Smith sends it over now on the blue line. The Battalion have it. Centering pass. Poked away by the Imperium. Oh, and a shot taken by Smith. Does not get through. Imperium with it now still. They'll reset for just a second. Take it behind the net. Chip it along the boards. Oh, it comes right out to Smith, who was waiting. not get the shot through. Comes back to the point. Wrister goes high. Behind the net, up the boards. Imperium protect, and they'll finally clear it. All the way down. No icing. Imperium with it. That is Shane Ferris. It comes down in the corner now, and that'll be picked up and rimmed around by Tuminello for the Battalion. I'll exercise some patience here. Don't have too much. That clock's ticking. Set up behind the net. Sends it up along the boards. Sends it up through the neutral end and batted away by the Imperium all the way back down. And that will be an icing.
So with 3:34 left in regulation, the Battalion are going to have to pull off what the Imperium did in the previous period, score 3 goals in 3 minutes. I think the Battalion have the capability to do it in that, but up against the Imperium, that's going to be an uphill battle.
Definitely. From what I'm seeing, for sure. But stranger things have happened. As we have a shot that looks like it went off the helmet of somebody. I could be wrong, but that was Blana with the shot for the Battalion. And they'll protect it along the boards. Bring it up. Shot taken from the red line does not get through. Imperium keeps it and runs it down. We'll catch up with the play. All right, Battalion with it now. Walks it in, takes the shot. Wrister from Smith. And that's cleared all the way down. Will that be another icing? I do believe so. We're just under 3 minutes.
So scoring recap, Brendan Krause having a big game, as we would expect for Imperium. 2 goals and an assist. Danny Cunningham with a goal and an assist. Jake Hollick and Owen Mills and Cam Smith also with a goal and an assist. So the Imperium forwards are just piling it on.
Definitely a points game for the Imperium for sure. The forwards. As we are back underway, Battalion with it now. Bergamasco gets it up and out comes Scanlon to get the glove down before the Battalion could get the shot off. Who is that there? 89. That is Richie Allen, folks.
Yeah, Richie Allen has been in the league, got plenty of experience to the Battalion, and he would love to give his team a jump start right now.
For sure. As the Imperium clear it all the way down, Battalion with it. They'll wrist it. That goes through everybody, and that'll be an icing against the Battalion. Not what they wanted for sure, especially when they just pulled their goalie. They'll come back out.
Yeah, Paris has no choice but to come back into the net. Well, the Battalion, even down by 3, they're not going to give up on this game. They want to start off their season on the right foot. I don't blame them.
Oh, for sure. But as they say in one of the greatest movies of all time, Highlander, there can be only one winner. Well, I added the winner part. I also said it was one of the greatest movies of all time. That's arguable. I get it. As we still have battles going, the Battalion take it. They'll bring it down behind the net. They'll just set up, get rid of their goalie, get the extra man. And now we have 6-on-5. Battalion looking to get at least one. Hoping for 3. Shot from the red line. Rebound. Walks it out. Couple of saves. Centering comes out on the boards. Centering pass. Shot taken. Does not get through. Has it in the corner. Sends it up the boards. Takes the shot from the neutral. Does not get through. Turns around, and we have a wrister that beats Scanlon. Who was that by?
That was Richie Allen, who we were just talking about. He needed a jump start for his team, and he just given it to them.
Very nice. Let's see if we're going to get a replay on that. Let's take a look.
I think Bruno touched it.
Now look at how many are in the slot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that one extra
6-4,
Just
148 remaining.
give
6-4.
the Battalion some hope. They're going to keep their net empty. They still need 2 more.
6-4.
Still need 2 more. They got time. I'm not entirely sure how much,
black.
but all you need is half a second to score a goal. That's all I'm saying. As Battalion gloves down the clearing attempt, and they'll chip it back up ahead again. Backhand attempt does not go through. Looks like we got 1 minute and 35 seconds left in our period. As Battalion chip it up to the point. Shot from Bergamasco. Goes down into the corner. Looks like his blade broke. So he runs to get another stick. Behind the net are the Battalion with it. Shot from the blue line. Not sure if that got through, if Scanlon got a piece of it or not, but it ended up in the corner. Now behind the net, Battalion with it.
1 minute.
Still keeping possession. Battling as Imperium finally take it away. And just like that, Battalion bring it right back. Walks it forward. Scanlon gets the glove down, and we got a little shovey-shovey with 53 seconds left.
Yeah, the players are often protective of their goalie. Nothing comes out of it, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Battalion called their timeout right now, because you got less than a minute left. You need to set something up immediately. 2 goals in less than a minute. This is something you got to organize.
For sure. It does not look like they're going to elect for the timeout. They're just going to keep going with it. They might possibly be wanting to keep the momentum as it is gloved down. They definitely appear to be having all of it, as that ball is deflected
45.
up and out of play, leaving us with 45 seconds left in our third period.
Yeah. Now, even if the Battalion do lose this game, that this should be a bright side for them, because they're able to compete with the Imperium being within that much.
Definitely. Hold your head high, folks. Win or lose, you're going to walk away with something. Learning experience or just a good time. That's what we're all out here for anyway, right? As a Battalion with it now. Set up. Find some space. Pass it to the goal line. Shot attempt does not go through. Bringing it down just under 20 seconds. Ooh. And almost the Imperium with a good look, but it looks like a stick slipped out of the hands. Got to hang on to that. Battalion bring it right back in. Here's the Imperium now. They'll lob one down looking for an empty netter. Doesn't get it. That ends up in the corner. Or did he get it? I believe he got it. I can't tell. We'll find out when they decide where they're going to do the face-off. Looks like they're doing it at center, so I'm guessing that's one more for the Imperium. Wow.
Yeah, that. And yeah, so yeah, they're going to get credit. They're going to run down the clock. That's it.
All right, that is the game. Imperium take it 7-4 over the Battalion. It's a great game. Daniel, what did you like?
So, of course, the Imperium, they needed some time to get to knock the rust out of the machinery, but it was a strong showing at the end of the second period, and they just kept rolling after that. Battalion, despite the loss, there's been a lot of positives with this team, that they're able to compete against one of the strongest teams, not just in Pittsburgh, but all of Tier 1. So I got a feeling that they're going to be battling near mid to upper pack in this division. So, but this is definitely a team to keep an eye on.
Definitely, for sure. And be sure to check out any and all highlights, folks. We share them at the National Ball Hockey League on Instagram. And definitely check out National Ball Hockey League on YouTube. And let's go take a word from our sponsors now.
I'm Garage Beer, and this is Bobby Carpenter.
Garage beer. Beer flavored beer.
Beef with an F? Okay, my bad. It's crisp and cool, and it doesn't taste like ass. I'm Bobby Carpenter. I drink in garages, because my wife says I don't belong inside. If you like a cold breeze on your bag, drink Garage Beer. It's American, and so can you. Garage Beer. Beer flavored beer.
All right, and we are back getting ready for our second game with the McKeesport Aces going against the Pittsburgh Pioneers. Daniel, tell me how you're feeling about this.
Before we get into the game, I think we need to note that that empty net goal was by Brendan Krause, which would be a hat trick for him. So great start to his season. So congratulations to him. So the McKeesport Aces. So this is one part of the former Steel City Showstoppers. So they've split their team into two for this year, and there's you're going to recognize quite a bit of names on here, but the most notable is going to be the Albright brothers, Jordan Albright, Drew Albright. We're going to be. So McKeesport Aces are going to be having quite a bit of offense to there. Jordan Albright has been one of the biggest names when it comes to offense. He has been ones that have been competing for the top spot last season for the Tier 1 points. He has been part of the USA national ball hockey team in 2022. They will be competing in 2024, which will be a story for another day. But Albright is one you're going to be seeing all around the rink. Will be looking at sniper shots, so he's definitely one to cover. Pittsburgh Pioneers. Well, before we get to the Pioneers, let's take a look at some video highlights from Jordan Albright. So, yes, let's take a look at some of his recent plays. We can pull that. Apparently, they don't have it ready yet, so we'll get back to that. Pioneers. So this is a team that has made an appearance at the Battalion Cup final before, and that was all the way in season 1. They haven't been able to match that success since then. But we go down. You got Steve Gregory, who's also been part of the national ball hockey team. You got Corey Hirsch, who has been along with the well-known Corey Hirsch, who has been a big coach of the Pittsburgh area. You got other names such as Ryan Costello. You got Sean Drawl, Jeff Gingell. So keep an eye on all of them. So now we got some video for you on the. I believe this is Jordan Albright, if I'm correct. Excuse me, this is Steve Gregory. So here's what Steve Gregory is able to pull. So you got the stretch passes here, and then as soon as they set up the play, he gets right into the play. Yeah, he doesn't sit back. He goes right in to bring in support. Yeah, so they need to watch that high slot area. So here's another example here. So if you look down in the slot area, he's going to be in there all game long. And he's also got the speed, so you don't want to be taking it easy on him. Yeah, because when he sees that opportunity of weakness, he will throw on the jets, and it will just run right by you.
All right, Steve Gregory, definitely the player to watch out for. If you're new to some of these, like I am actually, hearing what you're telling us, Daniel, is a wealth of information, letting us know who to keep an eye on, a little bit of what we can expect to see. So that is definitely awesome. Appreciate you for that. I do believe our game is about to get underway. So let's look at some Jordan Albright highlights while we wait. Take us away, Daniel.
So Jordan Albright is, as I've said, has been a player that's been known as a sniper player, competes among the the top rankings for the most amount of points in a season. Of course, you take a look at some of the past that he's gone. If he gets paired up with Drew Albright, yeah, he's one that's just hard to cover. So I would be surprised if the Pioneers start doubling up on him to make sure he doesn't get a clear shot at the net. So, so that's pretty much the game plan here. Just keep an eye on him. But this is not to say don't be a slouch on the rest of them either, because they are just as capable.
Awesome. Well, it definitely sounds like we got a good game about to happen for us. In the meantime, I'd like to apologize for a little bit of the technical difficulties we're going through, folks. It happens. It's live. It's the first one of the season. So we appreciate you bearing with us. Don't make fun of us too hard. And we're going to get underway. And we are now underway as the Pioneers take it away, chip it up the boards, send it down low. Aces pick it up, clear it out, all the way down. That's an icing, first icing of the game, folks. Happens just like that. Always fun.
Yeah, it seems everyone's getting a little edgy as far as trying to go for the stretch plays, which are good in itself, but you need to take that moment to look and see where you're going to, because even a few inches off on your pass, you're going to be playing right back to your zone.
Definitely. So we got a good look at Steve Gregory there in the face-off for the Pioneers. Unique backhand in the face-off, in my opinion. I haven't seen a little swing like he did in the first two face-offs like that before. Not in a while. I like it. As the Aces brought it back down into the Pioneers' end, taken right back away by the Pioneers. They'll bring it up, gain the zone, and down in the corner, walks out, finds some space, takes some shot. I think that hit the crossbar possibly. The goalie might have got a piece of it. I'm not entirely sure who's in net yet. We will figure that out as we go. I will let you know as soon as I do. As shot taken by the Pioneers, does not get through. Now the Aces with it in the corner, protecting, sends around, has a little bit of space. Will take a little bit of time. And both teams, I do believe, are getting some changes. As Aces with it and drops it. Oh, Nacarelli there. Just half a step behind. Potential good attempt. Just laying right on the doorstep. Let's hope the Aces learn from that. Don't do that again. As the Pioneers take it, lose it, bring it back. Tex along the board, sends it ahead. Does not send it ahead. Turns around, protects it in the corner. And now sends it up along the boards. Oh, and just like that, drops the handles. Aces take it. Not entirely sure who that is, but we're going to look as the Pioneers take it right back. They'll chip it down in. Below the goal line, around the net it goes. Aces with it. A little bit of space. Up the boards now. Sent ahead. And wrist shot taken from the boards above the blue line. Now the Aces with it again in the neutral end, trying to gain the zone. Pioneers standing them up. Bring it in, chip it down. And Aces just picking it back up behind the net. We will go back and forth as long as it takes, folks, for something.
Yeah.
Someone to find the back of the net. As Aces get a couple changes. Walks it in. Off the boards. Behind the net. Pioneers with it now. Holds, sends it up the boards. Around it'll come. See a couple more changes happening there. As it's sent back up. And that'll give us a stop. All right.
Yeah, the Pioneers almost had a opportunity given right to them. I think that might have been an example of some miscommunication with the defense as far as who was going to play the ball out, and something that you got to be clear with. You got to know what you're doing. You got to talk to them. Communication is key. Something I tell my team.
You're right, sir. Communication is key. That's what we are here to provide as well. And with that said, I would like to communicate to you now that the Pioneers have possession and brought it down, even though we couldn't see it. The Aces now have it. And they'll bring it up. Chip it ahead. Down it goes. Pioneers want an icing. Do they get the icing? Or an offsides?
Like
I got
that's
something.
it's going to be an offside. And while we're on the topic, I can tell you Declan Moffat is in the net for the Aces, and Pat Bell is in for the Pioneers. The only goaltender listed for them.
Oh, awesome. Thank you for that clarification, Daniel. Declan Moffat. All right, for the Aces. Both Moffat and Bell are looking good so far in this game. They haven't seen a whole lot of shots, but the shots they have seen, well, haven't gone through, which means they're doing good. With just 6 minutes left in our first period, the score is still 0-0 as the Pioneers finally take it away from the Aces for just a moment. We got a shot taken from the blue line. Goes wide of the net, comes back up the boards. Pioneers will bring it ahead. It looks like he was stripped, though, by the Aces. And took a little tumble in front of our cameras. We saw a little bouncy bounce. And behind the net it goes. Aces with it. And they'll take a little bit of a breather. Get a couple change. Looking for a pass. Finally sees one. All the way down. Behind the net. He runs. Ball's now along the corner. Apologies, folks. Losing sight of that. As it comes up for the Pioneers with it. Just a moment. The Aces now have it along the boards. Protected. Drops it down. Chips it up. Looking for a center. Does not receive it. As it does not get through, the Pioneers take it. But a good back check by the Aces. Keep it away from them. And out back it comes. And by out back, I mean back out. I only said my job was to communicate. I didn't say it was to communicate well. Don't hold me to that. It gets sent down low. That'll be an icing, I do believe.
Yeah, the Aces were trying to look for Drew Albright, number 20. He was circling around for a bit and then was trying to get down into the low slot area, but it was just a little too crowded with a bunch of Pioneers sitting in that low slot. It's like they were reading that he was coming right to them.
Yeah, definitely. As we now are going to have another face-off with Ryan Cosilo. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Cosilo from the Aces. No, I'm sorry. Wrong name. That was Mike Tassos for the Aces. Apologies on that, folks. I'll get this down eventually. Don't worry. Don't worry. It'll happen. Just bear with me while I do it, if you don't mind. As the Pioneers now have it along the boards, looking for a little space for a pass. Tries. Does not succeed. Aces interrupt. It comes out and down. The Pioneers have it down in the corner. Centering pass. Point blank attempt by the Pioneers. I couldn't see the number off that. The reflection from the lights, unfortunately, blocking my view, preventing my view. But a good look nonetheless. Does not find the back of the net. And the Aces now had it, walked it forward. Good stick check, it looked like, from the defenseman on the Pioneers. And shot from the blue line, from the neutral zone, excuse me, goes wide. And Pioneers with it now. Have some space. They'll take a breath. Send it hard up the boards. And that goes around. Did not go through everybody. Got Looks like one of the players on the Pioneers got a piece of it, so no icing. Ace is with it now. Protects along the boards. Has a little bit of time. Sends it up the boards. And we'll catch back up with it momentarily. There we are. And right out in front. Good look attempt by John Nikolaski, it looked like, for the Aces. And now in the corner. Aces have it. Walk it out into center. Pioneers interrupted that play, but the Aces quickly gain it back. Send it down low. They'll battle for it in the corner. It pops out. Aces with it. Walks it in. Goes to the opposite corner. Stripped by the Pioneers and then taken right back by the Aces. That's what we like, folks. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in our first period. No score yet. And a wrist shot attempt by PJ Biaghetti? I'll get corrected on that pronunciation here momentarily.
Yeah, it's Biaghetti.
Biaghetti.
But the net's knocked off the moorings. But the Pioneers nearly given a gift to the Aces as well. As you have a dangerous pass going in the low slot area, and it goes right over to John Nikolachki, who just nearly put one in, but point blank over to Pat Bell.
Very nice. Very nicely done as well. As now the Aces on the offense yet again. And they'll battle for it down in the corner with the Pioneers. And Pioneers will come up with it. And pass interrupted by the Aces and taken right back by the Pioneers. Pioneers 3-on-2 now. Shot taken. Good stop by Moffitt on the Aces. And now the Aces bring it right back, take a shot, and then leave a good stop by Pat Bell for the Pioneers. I do believe that went in and out of his glove. Or offsides, maybe.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, it looks like they did call it offside, but in the meantime, let's see where it goes. Down and it was really close, but it looks like by just a step.
Yep, definitely an offsides. So we'll continue on. We're almost at the 1 minute mark as that is batted down by the Pioneers. Sent around, they got a little bit of space. And they will find some room and send it down, and that will be an icing.
The Aces have had the possession advantage, especially on the second half of this period, and they would love to strike on the advantage here before the period ends.
Definitely. They just have over a minute to do so. So let's see what can happen. Aces putting on the pressure the last half of this first period. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Shot taken just over the red line in the neutral zone. Did not make its way through. Now the Pioneers forcing it out of the zone, and they'll send it back down, make the Aces go pick it up, and they'll get some much needed changes, I do believe. Aces with it now. Only for a moment. Passed across. And it rolls into the zone. Pioneers will take it back. Bring it back in. To the Aces end. The Aces will grab it. Bring it right back out. Walking in at the blue line. Shot taken. Goes wide. That was Alexander Faust. I'll get corrected on that momentarily too, folks. Don't worry.
Yeah, you had the end. It's Faust. 4 seconds left. Comes back for icing. So at least time to set up one more play for the Aces. But just by possession, the Aces pretty much won this period. But it just hasn't been enough to strike first in this game, as the defense has just been crowding that slot area. Not a lot of room to work with.
Definitely. And it's a good thing for the defensive team for sure. That's what they like to see. That's what they like to do. And that will be the end of our first period. We're going to check out a quick ad from our sponsors, and we'll be right back with you, folks. Don't go nowhere.
I'm Garage Beer, and this is Bobby Carpenter.
Garage beer. Beer flavored beer.
Beef with an F? Okay, my bad. It's crisp and cool, and it doesn't taste like ass.
I might like that.
I'm Bobby Carpenter. I drink in garages, because my wife says I don't belong inside. If you like a cold breeze on your bag, drink Garage Beer. It's American, and so can you. Garage Beer. Beer flavored beer.
All right, we are back. Exciting first period from the Aces, from the Pioneers. Daniel, what did you see? What did you like?
Well, this has been a defensive style game. There hasn't been a whole lot of quality chances, but anything that has had been at the front of net has been off of defensive turnovers. So that's what I am concerned about with both sides is that they need to make sure that their defense are on the same page because defensive turnovers are going to be just playing gifts to the other teams. So if they can clean that up, this is going to be a really tight game. But as just by possession, right now I have the Aces at a slight advantage.
Awesome. Well, we are about to start our second period, so let's see if the Aces can keep that going, or if the Pioneers can put them in check, so to speak. No pun intended, as I don't really want to see any checking out here. It's not part of our game, folks. With that said, the Pioneers, though, bring it in. Centering pass interrupted by the Aces. And they'll just lob it right back out. Back down. It gets batted. And the Aces with it. Still, shot taken. Top of the circle. Went wide. Pioneers will pick it up. Aces try to get it back. Pioneers behind the net. Oh, we got a little fall down there. No call, no trip. Could possibly just stumbled over his own feet. Maybe stepped on a stick blade. Shot taken by the Aces goes wide. They recover, though. Keep possession. Walk it forward. Take a shot. Blocked by the goalie. And then it's sent up, and the Pioneers will bring it out. Not all the way as the Aces take it right back. Another shot taken. That was by number 11, Brian Garzarelli. It went wide. As the Aces gain the zone and take another shot, we got a player down, and that'll give us a stop. Let's see if we can see what happened here. Daniel, what do you think you saw?
That ball caught him. Looked like up high. See if we have a possible look. Yeah, it got him in the face.
That's no good. That is no good. That's quite painful. We might have a replay here on it. We might not. If we don't, that's okay. Probably not something we want to see anyway. Yeah, I don't think he'd want to look back and relive that. That's a no-go. So with that said, we'll do another face-off as the Aces just muscle the Pioneers. That's Nico Lajoski. I said that wrong. My apologies, sir. I'll get it right one day. The Aces, though, they keep on the pressure. They have it along the boards. They'll walk it up. They did not exit the zone, and it's down in the corner. Send around the boards. Pioneers will pick it back up, get a little bit of space, send it across, and Aces just interrupt the pass, bring it right back in. Definitely keeping the pressure on for sure. Centering. did not find its intended target. Goes over into the far corner. They'll walk it in, and it's sent back up, still in the zone. Pioneers trying.
In play.
We got a player down. And wrist shot goes up and high, bounces back. Aces send it back up to the point. Still in the zone. Along the boards, finds some space, walks it in, takes the shot. Good stop by Pat Bell for the Pioneers. Aces still with possession, though. And putting on all the pressure. Finally, the Pioneers take it out. And they'll bring it down. They do not. I'm not entirely sure if we got some changes. I think we might have. Probably should have. As that was a good little bit. The Pioneers were pinned in their own end there. We were just over 7 minutes left in our second period. Your score is still 0-0. Both teams looking to get on the board. And nice little protection clinic there from Nacarelli along the boards for the Pioneers. As it finally comes out of the zone and then dropped right there in the neutral zone for the Aces, but the Pioneers do well to get it back, and the shot taken from the top of the circle. We got a goal. Pioneers strike first.
Just got himself quite a lot of room going toward the left circle. Guess they're concentrating in the middle of the change, and just one slap shot is all it takes. And the Pioneers get on the board.
Could you see who that was, Daniel? I think that was Withers. I could be wrong, though.
I will get the answer to you in just a moment.
Awesome. Well, as he's doing that, folks, we're going to continue on with the play as the Aces had it, lost it, then got it back, and now they have it again. I guess that's what I meant by got it back. Anyway, they'll hold it. And they'll make a pass. It comes all the way down below the goal line. Pioneers will pick it back up off the boards, gets it out to the neutral end, but not out of the zone as it's chipped back in, but it'll go out of play. So that'll give us another face-off.
It's one of those things that the Aces, after having so much possession, and the other team just right up and score one against you, it's a blow, but you can't give up on your play.
That is quite true. Definitely don't give up on the play. That's how bad things happen, folks. Give up on your play. The other team might not give up on theirs and find the back of the net. As the Pioneers are leading 1-0, they'll send it down. That'll be an icing, I do believe. So we'll bring the faceoff all the way back down for the Pioneers zone.
And the Pioneers goal has been credited to Ryan Cosillo, an unassisted goal, his first of the season.
Unassisted goal for Ryan Cosillo. Congrats, Ryan. That was awesome. First of the season and first of the game. Putting the Pioneers on the board. Ace is still looking to get theirs as we take a look at Tassos in the face-off here for the Aces. And he'll win it back. And that's picked up by Albright and sent around. Now the Aces with it. And it'll come all the way back down to the Pioneers' end. Or the Aces' end.
Good.
And it's all the way back down to the Pioneers' end now. Shot taken on goal. Doesn't make it. Behind the net along the boards in the corner. The Aces have it. Centering pass. Does not get through. Picked back up, though. Walks it out to the top of the circle. Takes the shot. Goes a little wide. And now out along the boards. And we finally get a quick stoppage.
And net knocked off the moorings. They were trying to look for a deflection in the slot area, but went off a stick at a very wrong angle. The ball going way high into the cage. But the Aces just still looking for any kind of lane, but there hasn't been any quality chances as of late.
Yep. for sure. Definitely not enough quality chances, but you just keep firing them on net until you get them.
No.
Is my experience anyway. As we are under the halfway mark of the second period, Ace is still with possession. I'll pick it back up. Walk in. Tries a centering pass. Pioneers pick it up, pick it off. Bring it back in the other way. Walk it in off the boards. Tried to center, but the goalie, Declan Moffat, decided to slam the glove down and say no. What do you got for me, Daniel?
Yeah, Moffat read that play and was expecting the wraparound, but just got the stick down and just took away that passing lane, just shut it down right there. It's something that a lot of goalies are taught to do, to anticipate the wraparound and stick out their goalie stick in order to block that lane.
Sounds like a smart idea. Definitely something you'd want to practice and get well at, as we can see he did. And right now we have a little bit of conversation, deciding who's going to take the face-off for the Pioneers. It's going to be Mitchell Faust. And he'll win it. Comes back. As we
There was
get
a
a look
penalty.
Oh, there was a penalty. I missed the penalty. I missed the call. I'm not sure what that is. We'll figure it out and let you guys know.
Yeah, it was against Jordan Albright.
It's Jordan Albright. Well, would you look at that? The Pioneers are on the first power play of the game, folks, as they're up by 1. And they've got set up. So they're gonna pass it around. Look for the opening. Try to create one if they can. Back and forth between the two in the neutral zone is not going to do much for them. Need their forwards to move around a little bit. As the Aces capitalize on a hard pass. And it comes down. And we just got clarification. The penalty was a slash. I'm not sure against who. Once I get a look at that scoreboard again, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it was against the Aces.
Well, yes. But who on the Aces, Daniel?
Jordan Albright.
Oh, yes, because we talked about that. And I apparently had just forgotten. That's okay. It's been a long night, folks. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of hockey to be played. That's okay. With that said, the Aces with it now. As the penalty is over. And we are just under 3 minutes left in our second period.
I mean, we didn't even see the flash at first, but Jordan Albright, that's a critical power play that's just expired for the Pioneers, because that's one of the Aces' best shooters taken off the floor.
Is it? Wow. Well, unfortunately, they were not able to convert on it, but fortunately, neither were the Aces on a shorthanded or anything. So, positives everywhere, right? As the Aces still have it along the boards. And walking in, taking a shot, does not get through. So, they'll protect it behind the net. And the Pioneers fight to take it away. They eventually do, and they'll send it up the boards. That'll get pinned, sent back down. Aces recover it. Centering pass fought off by the Pioneers. They'll chip it ahead, get it out, gain the zone as they drop it down low, and that'll get picked back up by the Aces. Not sure if the down low game is the one you want to be playing currently against the Aces with as much offense as they're putting on. Granted, you are up by 1. But the Aces are bringing the pressure for sure. It's only a matter of time before they find the back of the net eventually. As, looking for a shot right there in the neutral zone, but that is gobbled up by Pat Bell.
And Jordan Albright, after getting back from the penalty, has not lost an edge. You see a battle in front of the net. He's trying to get positioning. Keep an eye on him. Takes a shove from the number 21, Josh Droll. Droll just making sure that he doesn't have any tip option in front of the net.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm starting to see what you're saying. So definitely keep an eye on him, folks. See if he can find the back of the net and get one on the board for the Aces. As it finally gets chipped out, comes all the way down. That was an icing, as it was chipped ahead by the Pioneers.
On the topic of Jordan Albright, when you get close games like this, there's a certain edge that he brings into the game. And as we get into the depths of the third period, I got a feeling we're going to see more of that.
As would I, sir. As would I. As I just got a little bit of clarification on the minor slash. It was against 71, it looks like. Or it happened to 71. I'm not entirely sure I'm understanding what was being said to me. So apologies, folks, but that is in the past, so we'll just move forward. As the Pioneers with it, protecting against the Aces. Send it ahead. Aces, though, bring it right back in. And that goes right behind the net. And the Pioneers keep trying to get it out. Aces keep taking it right back. Doing very well, keeping it penned up in the Pioneers' end. And sharp angle shot goes around the boards, picked up by the Aces. That's Nikolowski. I'm going to get corrected on how to say his name soon. And I'll remember it eventually. Apologies, sir. As another shot taken. Good stop by Bell. Goes into the board. Shot taken from the blue line. Another stop by Bell. Looks like he got a little bit of the glove on it. And then it's cleared out. And I do believe that'll be an icing.
Yeah. I'm trying to listen into the Aces Spanish, and I'm wondering if frustration is starting to seep in. And you see that the double team starts to come to work as they start surrounding the number 16, Joey Moore. With all that possession time, you think they would be getting on the board by now. Oh, penalty.
You think they would. All right, so we have a delayed penalty. And Aces with another shot, and the penalty is no longer delayed. Looks like we have another slashing call.
That's going to get carried over.
Is that the end of our second period? All right, that is the end of our second period. So let's take another word from our sponsors real quick.
I'm Garage Beer, and this is Bobby Carpenter.
Garage beer. Beer flavored beer.
Beef with an F? Okay, my bad. It's crisp and cool, and it doesn't taste like ass. I'm Bobby Carpenter. I drink in garages, because my wife says I don't belong inside. If you like a cold breeze on your bag, drink Garage Beer. It's American, and so can you. Garage Beer. Beer flavored beer.
All right, our third period is about to get underway, but real quickly, Daniel, what did you like in that second period that you saw?
So the Aces are sticking with the game plan, but they need to keep their cool here. They're going to get a big opportunity to start the third period. Justin Hancock called for the minor for slashing, so the Aces will have their first power play of the game. And with how they've been playing, I'd say they got a chance.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they've been playing very well. The speed is on their side. The possession is on their side, but unfortunately for them, the defense is on the side of the Pioneers. They're one up on the board. Aces have yet to get one. And even though they've been having possession, the Pioneers just keep taking it away. As our third period is now underway. And the Aces, just like we were saying, come up with it again. Possession. It'll take a little bit of time. They are on the power play against the Pioneers. I do believe it was a slashing call, and I do believe it went against Justin Hancock. As the Aces now have it along the boards, pick it up in the circle, sent across, shot taken, does not get through, and the Pioneers will clear it out all the way down. Aces will collect and start another run. As they have gained the zone, shot deflected up over out of the net. I think it deflected. It might have just went. Anyway, rebound bounced out, but comes up the boards and out of the zone. Aces will need to go collect it. See if I can see who that is real quick. Number 71. His pass does not make it through. Pioneers brought it in, looking for a shorthand. Did not get it as the Aces retook possession. As they gain the zone now, 27 for the Aces. Nikolowski.
10 seconds white. Shot. Get the door for him. Out in 5.
Set up. Shot goes just wide of the net from the Aces. That was taken by Biaghetti for the Aces. And now Pioneers, brief moment of possession taken right back by the Aces. The power play is over. And we are just over 8 minutes left in our third period. Aces with possession again up in the neutral end. Wrist one. That goes down into the corner. They'll pick it up along the boards, hold on to it. Biaghetti. And back up in the neutral end. As Aces with possession bring it down along the boards, and they get one finally. Tie it up with the Pioneers.
Yeah, look like Pat Bill just had. It looked like he had it, but squeaked through. Let's see what happened. So you got Batista coming up on the right, and just throws a wrist shot. Just found a hole on the near side. Huh. Jacob Batista ties the game.
Good looking shot from Batista. Definitely off the side of the boards. And just like that, we got a new hockey game, folks, with just over halfway through the game. It comes down. Aces glove it down. Bring it right back up the boards. Pioneers step forward. Prevent them from going any further. We got a 2-on-2. Thought it was a 2-on-1 there for a moment. Now we have two Pioneers behind the net. They'll bring it up along the boards. Looking to center. Does not succeed as that is chipped out by the Aces. Eventually taken away. They have it now. Not offsides. Shot from the blue line. Does not get through. Batted up. Glove down by the Aces. They'll take it. Wrist one. And that'll get gobbled up by Bell.
Yeah, that one was loaded by Alexander Faust. I think that was going to be leaving a mark on the Pioneer player.
Definitely. If not later tonight, definitely fill it tomorrow for sure. So we're going to do another face-off here. And another false draw on the face-off. So we'll try that again. As Tassos wins it. Forward, comes all the way down. I do believe that'll be an icing. Comes out, so we'll do another face-off.
The Aces, by the way, are playing their second game of the season. And with that, Jacob Batista is currently on the top of the points board for the team with his third goal of the season.
Third goal of the season already in the second game. Wow. That is awesome. As we have another stoppage. I'm not sure what happened there.
It was over here.
And Jordan Albright got an assist on that goal, which is his second point of the season. So Batista is up to 4 points. Not the guy I had picked to be leading the team.
Batista with 4 points, leading the team. Well, the season's still young, but definitely a good look for Batista for sure. And you know his team wants to see more of it. You know he wants to see more of it. You know who doesn't want to see more of it, and that's the Aces. So they're going to do their best to maintain possession, which they've done for the majority of this game. Looking real good, though, as they will just cycle it around. The wrist one goes high off the fencing. Popped out into the circle. Shot taken, goes wide of the net. They'll send it down low. And on the dot, turns and shoots, goes behind the net. They'll pick it back up, back and forth. They're going, sent up to the point. Wrist shot, pass taken, and that's a goal. I'm not sure if that was Bosco or if there was a tip. I do believe it was Bosco, though. What did you see, Daniel?
Get to me that look clean of Mason Bosco. That would be his first goal of the season. There was a crowd in front there. Let's make sure. So he's going toward the boards. Now there's two. Nope, that looked like he got him clean.
That's clean. First one for Bosco. First one for the Aces in this game. Or second one for the Aces. Second one for the Aces. What am I talking about? Your score is now 2-1. Aces leading Pioneers. And just like that, Aces bring it right back into the defensive zone of the Pioneers. And as you can see, Pioneers with all the pressure trying to get possession back, but the Aces just keep it. And they'll chase it down, regain possession, and then they'll send it down low. But that'll be an icing. So no change, no rest for the Aces.
Light the press. Huh?
There's a good look at Josh Morin in the faceoff for the Pioneers. He wins it back. Shot taken from the point goes up, way up, and I do believe that's out of play. So they're going to bring the faceoff out. And we'll get some changes here. This time the Aces win it. And it gets sent along the boards. They'll carry it. Turns, takes the shot, goes wide of the net, picked up. Whoa, we got a collision on the boards. He's all right, though. That's Bosco. He gets right back up and ready to take a shot. Unfortunately, pass just did not get to him. So that gets sent all the way down by the Pioneers. Aces will pick it back up behind their net, though. And hold on for just a moment. Right now, the clock is their ally. So they can hold it all they want. No rush on their part. They bring it in, walk it right to the net. And it gets sent back out. And they'll cycle it. Find a little bit of space. Sends it across. Shot taken from the top of the circle. Does not succeed.
Oh, no.
A second attempt. And we got a goalie down. I'm not sure if that was his teammate that did that or what. Let's take a look.
That was a high stick. Oh, luckily, it looks like he's up.
He's up. He's okay. I'm not sure if we're going to catch a replay on that or not, but he's good. Everybody checking on him. Apologies given. We'll see if there's any penalties that come out of this or not. I'm not sure. It looked like it was his teammate that did it, but let's take a look.
Let's see. Watch the slot area.
Nope. I was wrong. That's not his teammate. That was number 27, it looked like to me.
Yeah, John Nikolaski.
Yeah. On the Aces. But he's okay. But did they? Doesn't look like they got assessed a penalty. We're about to find out as we see more players. Nope. It is even strength both sides. So no penalty. As Pioneers now putting on some offense. Haven't seen much of that in this game. Even though they did score first, they have not scored last. As the Aces with another shot on net. But the Pioneers take it back. And just like that, Aces with it again. They'll chip it on the boards to himself. Pushed off the boards. Comes back out. Aces keep it back in. Bouncing right on net. We're just over 3 minutes left in our third period. Pioneers down by 1. Starting to apply some pressure. Aces keeping possession, though. And sent down along the boards into the corner. And it looks like we might have another high stick here, this time against a player.
Yep. Yeah, they're going to call a penalty on this one for sure.
Definitely not the time you want to be shorthanded.
Yeah, it's
down
going to
by
happen
1.
in the corners. Watch this thing go. And, yeah, he was trying to go for the stick lift, but got no lumber and it got all face.
Well, I'm sure that was an accident, not meant to happen, as you stated. Tried to go for the stick lift, did not succeed. Instead, got the nose lift, which is no good. We don't like that. And for that, he'll sit for a minute and a half. And the Aces will go on their power play, see if they can convert, get themselves a 2-goal lead ahead of the Pioneers, putting the nail ever so slowly into the coffin of the Pioneers for this game. Don't get me wrong here, folks. This is our first weekend. It's even Monday now. So, but the Aces would definitely like to come out on top of this one. The Pioneers would like to do the same. So let's see what'll happen as the Aces now with possession, taking their time, walking it in, gaining the zone, and the Pioneers said, nope. As you cross that blue line, we're going to smack it right back out. And all the way down. Aces pick it back up. Take a little bit of time, gain the zone all alone, walks it in. I'm not sure if he was able to get the shot off on that or not. If he was, Pat Bell was ready for him, though. It didn't go in. As the Aces now set up, shot, slap shot from the blue line. Does not get through. It has come brought back out by the Pioneers and then cleared all the way down. Aces will pick it back up. Sent back over. Now along the boards. They got it behind the net and off the handle. They still come up with it. Tries to pass across. Pioneers took it. That's Gregory. He turns and tries to wrist one from the red line. It doesn't get very far into the zone, and now the Aces come back up with it. 3-on-1, Wall alone in front of the net, and they score. Power play goal from the Aces. 3-1 is now your score.
They just kept driving and driving at it. And I think this may go to Nikolachki. So, yeah, he took it himself. Did not need any help on that one. Just went 5-hole.
5-hole all by himself. That's one he's it's one you definitely write home to your mother about, right? As our next face-off is about to get underway, is now underway. Pioneers come up with it, takes the shot from the blue line. Did that go in, or did he stop it? I think he stopped it.
Yeah, he got that one.
Yep.
There you go, stuck in the pad.
Nice. Good save.
Expect the Pioneers to pull Bell for the extra attacker. Not much time left. They got to get 2.
Yep. Definitely. But like I always say, takes half a second to score a goal. They still got plenty of them. Never know what happens. These Pioneers win it, but I think they won it just a little bit too hard. It comes all the way back into their zone. And that one's sent deep. Sent it back out. There goes the goalie. That's an empty net for the Pioneers. Extra man on. Just as the Aces take possession. That's not good. They roll it ahead. And empty net goal, I do believe.
Yep, that should put it away.
Yeah. Very nice. 4-1 is your current score. The Aces and the Pioneers. Take another look here.
Yeah, if you look back at the blue line, there's 3 ahead of them. Just nothing that could be done about it. And so this should put this one away for the Aces, who will go 2-0.
Very nice. Well, in the meantime, Pioneers, don't give up. You're still playing a game. You can still get 1. Let's see how much time is left. You got just under a minute. All right, let's see what the Aces do here. I'm sure they would like to have 1 more. As a centering pass does not hit its mark. Instead, the Pioneers come up with it. They'll send it down. Ace is there to get it. Bounce it off the boards. Chips to himself. And stood up by the Pioneers. They'll chip it off the wall. And Aces will send it back down. All the way down. And that'll be an icing. I do believe I saw 26 seconds left on the timer. And by the way, if you guys are wondering what's up with the scoreboard, there's a little bit of issue with the main clock. So they're using the penalty clock as the clock. So if you see the penalty clock with the number 0 for the player, that's the clock. So the Aces win the face-off back, bring it along the boards, chip it up, send it somewhere. There it is, down in the corner, 10 seconds left. They'll protect it. Center does not get through. We got to stop. I'm not entirely sure if Bell got a glove on that or not, or if they're just going to run the clock and call it good.
Yep, that's going to do it.
All right, so the Aces take it 4-1 over the Pioneers. Good game. What did you pick out of that, Daniel?
So let's recap that whole third period. The Aces scored all 4 of their goals in that period. Batista with his third, Bosco with his first, Nikolashki with his first, and Kyle Nolan with the empty netter. Batista also got an assist, so that brings his point total up to 5. He now leads the entire Tier 1 with total points. He has 3 goals, 2 assists for the season so far. And we were all expecting at the start that Jordan Albright was going to be around the area, but a completely different player in mind. So Jacob Batista, definitely the one to watch as we continue on in the season. But as far as this game's concerned, the Aces kept to their game despite them being down 1-0. That there were some frustrations, but they kept their cool, stuck to their game plan, and it all worked out. This is why it's about the possession game. You have a higher chance of winning as long as you have the higher possession time. We've seen that in control-style games, as we saw in the Tier 3 final last year with the Raleigh Squall, who won the championship that way. So as long as you keep to that plan, your chances of winning go up, and it worked out well for the Aces. They now go 2-0. All right, so we'll take a break here. We're going to wrap things up here. We'll be back in just a moment.
I'm Garage Beer, and this is Bobby Carpenter.
Garage beer. Beer flavored beer.
Beef with an F? Okay, my bad. It's crisp and cool, and doesn't taste like ass. I'm Bobby Carpenter. I drink in garages, because my wife says I don't belong inside. If you like a cold breeze on your bag, drink Garage Beer. It's American, and so can you. Garage Beer. Beer flavored beer.
All right, folks. Well, I hope you've had a wonderful night of hockey, as we have. We saw 2 games tonight. We got 2 more games coming at you next Monday. Quick note, apologies about the technical difficulties. We're still ironing some things out on all the angles. A lot of things could go wrong. A couple things did. It's only going to get better. Don't worry. So be sure to join us next Monday night. We'll be right back here on YouTube on what's the other one? Caffeine TV. Yes, make sure to check us out on that as well. With all that said, Daniel, you have anything you want to add before we head on out of here?
Well, this is going to be an interesting Pittsburgh division. We got a win for the Imperium, but also some bright hopes for the Battalion. The Aces stuck to their game plan and got a win to bring them to 2-0, along with a player who might be one that's going to be the standout for Tier 1. So keep an eye on Jacob Batista as we continue on through the season.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Mr. Wilson. With all that said, folks, we've had a wonderful night. We hope you did too. Make sure to see us back here on Wednesday. Also, make sure to check out all our socials. We got Instagram, we got Facebook, we got YouTube. Just type in the National Ball Hockey on Google. You'll find it. Or make sure to go to the NBHL.com, and you can find all our info and stats and all the good fun on our newly relaunched website.